we're 2 phases later, and we're still talking about like, well, this plot could be related to the blip. Like,
yeah,
how they didn't get all that out of the way in the last phase is insane to me.
Well,
but here we are.
Jesse Cox, speaking of the MCU timeline, there's a book coming out in 2023 called the Official MCU Timeline Book. Or sorry, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, an Official Timeline. It is 320 pages. It's $50 if you want to grab it. And it has...
What timeline needs to be 350 pages?
I guess they're doing a full explanation of it.
If it takes 350 pages to explain the timeline of the MCU, that is some Legend of Zelda shit. That is like, well, in this reality, if you'd gone this way, like, that's crazy.
It looks... So there was some scans of it. Because people were curious when She-Hulk took place. And it's looking like She-Hulk takes place in 2024, 1 year after the blip. And 1 year after Bruce used the 6 Infinity Stones.
When does the timeline start? That's the question.
Whew. I don't know if I have that information for you, but it would start with it would start with Eternals, right?
Good question. Probably start before
Eternals,
that, right?
Eternals till then Captain America. Yeah.
No, there would be so much more. If it's an official timeline, it would have to start at like the beginning of the Marvel universe.
Well, no, I think it's only of the MCU till this point.
That's what I'm saying. Like the MCU they've built up, it would have to start with like eternity and like the various like deities of the Marvel universe. And then it would have to, and then they, would have to hit like galactic machinations of like, when did this society start? When did this society start? The origin of the Infinity Stones. It would have to go back to things like, what are the people that made the Eternals? Like that kind of. If they're doing 350 pages, it has to be that. It has to be that.
Yeah.
Like various gods, celestials, different things.
The description is the Marvel Cinematic Universe is vast, incredibly varied, and richly complex. Different worlds, different timelines, countless characters. This is the guide to that universe, created in close collaboration with Marvel Studios. It'll answer the biggest questions: what happened, when, where, and why. Follow the entire story of the MCU from before the Big Bang to the blip and beyond. Along the way,
there you go, before the Big Bang, that checks out.
Yeah, learn more about the evolution of the Iron Man armors, the hunt for the Infinity Stones, and the formation of the multiverse. Want to know how many times aliens have invaded Earth or the complete history of Cap Shield? Look no further. A treasured keepsake for any movie buff, filled with exclusive infographics, illuminating timelines, and amazing movie stills. This book will...
You know what the best part about this is?
Have pride of place on a MCU's fan shelf.
The best part is just like anything released mid-project, it'll all be different by the time the MCU wraps up.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
You're going to own a thing, and in it, it's going to be inaccurate. You're going to have facts that will not be correct in this book. Frankly, it's going to be great.
Yeah. There's actually a couple snaps of the of what the book will look like on Amazon. Here, I could show you. For $50 for 320 pages, not too bad. I might check it out. This is some of the footage from, or not footage, but stills of how in-depth it'll be. So it kind of like takes you through the entire movie.
Yeah, I wish they would have done something fun. Like, there's a Star Wars book that did something kind of fun. And I know that the Encyclopedia Eorzea for Final Fantasy XIV fans, like basically they do this bit where it's like told from the perspective of a dude writing it. And so if anything becomes inaccurate later, it's because this guy didn't have all the information and what he told you was what was available to him. And so they can make like a new, this literally just seems like, all right, so here's some photos we took and we're going to stick some, it isn't like the most visually appealing coffee table book. You know what I mean?
Sure. It's pretty expansive.
It looks like a bunch of PowerPoint presentations. And I get it says not final, but it looks like PowerPoint presentations.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, It is kind of cool that you can trace the entire history of a character. Like this is everything that the Hulk did from mid 2000s all the way till 2025. But you're right. Like in 5 years, this book's kind of
Yeah.
invalid.
It'll be invalid. And plus, the problem is it doesn't like look like, again, all the other books, like even the Warcraft ones they finally started to release that are clear, like I'm an ancient mage and I'm telling you the lore. They all visually look stunning and they have like cool artwork and it's like loads of lore and interesting tidbits. And even though you may learn more and different stuff later on, the stuff that's in it isn't invalidated because it's just vague enough to be like, oh, well, maybe I got it wrong because I'm Gorgameth the wizard and I didn't know adventurer. This is straight up just like literally just facts and pictures.
Right.
And I don't know.
Yeah,
Unless they
it
change
looks
the
more like
design.
a reference. It looks more like a reference and less like
Yeah.
something that would be fun to read.
Fun to read. Yeah.
Unless it's designed for every single writer and director who's going to work on
To
Marvel
have.
movies from now on, instead of us.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we made this
Yeah.
for them, but like you can have it
Just
too.
hand it to them.
I-
Yeah, they
that's-
just hand it
yeah.
to them like, please, for the love of God, read this.
I bet you that's not wrong. I bet you that will be required reading or required like a Bible that they just keep on
Yeah.
on set at all
Please
times.
make it have like some continuity. Thank you.
Yeah.
I do wish that they had like a Philippa Boyan on the set. Philippa Boyan, who's did all the lore consultation
Hero.
for Lord of the Rings.
Hero.
And she
Yeah.
is indeed a hero.
Yeah.
And I wish they kind of had that point person for the MCU that would come in and be like, I wouldn't do that. And here's why.
Well, for
Or
a
I
while
would change it
there,
to this, and here's why.
I think like Feige, the internet thought Feige was kind of that person. But then I think we got so many design by committee things along the way that it kind of went. Yeah, it kinda went
and
too far.
I mean, that's a problem happening a lot in Hollywood right now.
Yeah.
Especially when like people who really care about source material. Shout out to Henry Cavill, wherever you're at, buddy. I love
Yeah.
you. I'm sorry you had to deal with Witcher stuff, but it's the same thing where it's like you just some people want to write stuff their own way, despite it being like, but we just did 18 movies about it this way. It's like, yes, but I'm going to change things because this is my film, and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
We'll see. Anyways, that's all I got. There's not much going on. We're kind of in the dead zone. I guess Spider-Verse is kind of the MCU adjacent type deal that comes out this week. Jesse's gonna go see it and give us a review. Look like you got something to say or you're pondering something. What are you pondering, Jesse?
Was there Fantastic Four news?
I don't know. Was there Fantastic Four news? I saw some stuff
Yes,
about
so allegedly leaked cast for Fantastic Four was hitting the internet literally yesterday.
okay. Let me hear it.
And everyone was going nuts. No one knows if it's real, but literally the people leaking it are people who have leaked real things before. So
Is it
here's the cast. Adam Driver as Reed Richards. Already I'm like, okay, could be totally fake, but like, all right.
yeah, that's
Margot Robbie as Sue Storm.
Yep.
Also could be totally fake. Okay. Paul Mescal as Johnny Storm.
Yep.
Okay. And then David Diggs as Ben Grimm. That's a casting choice that I did not expect.
where do I
and if it's fake,
know-
I kind of like it.
Where do I know him from?
David Diggs is oh my god, what is his name in Hamilton?
Oh, he was
Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson in Lafayette.
Yeah, he's Thomas Jefferson.
That would be okay.
He's an incredible actor.
He is.
It's a wild casting choice if it's real, but like, okay.
That is a really wild cat. Like, I guess he would be full CG'd, right?
I guess.
That's always the issue with the Thing is that he's literally just a walking rock. Granted, we already had one of those because Korg was a thing, right? So he's just gonna look like Korg ultimately. They probably used the same exact like makeup department for that, except make it
I mean,
tan instead of the like gray that Korg was. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
everyone is like a lot of people are saying that no, there's no way this could be real. But then other
Those
people are coming
rumors
out
have
of the
been
woodwork
around
being
for a
like,
while. Yeah.
yeah, other people coming out of the woodwork being like, yo, this is totally legit. So who knows? But that's what they said yesterday. Is it the casting choice I would make for any of them? No. But am I sad? Not really. Like,
I mean,
they all can act. So like I expect a good acting performance.
I can't think of anything that comes to mind easily in the MCU where I'm like, that was bad casting. Like they're always pretty on point with that. There's always whoever they get to play is great. Like I think I forget her name, Susan. I know Susan is her first name, but she's the casting director for the MCU, and she's like knocked it out of the park, I think, for the longest time. So
Yeah, she's very, very good at finding unexpected character choices than us being like, wow, that was great. So like,
Great.
I
oh, is it
expect
Sarah?
good things
Sarah
no matter
Haley
what.
Finn is what my chat's saying. Maybe that's right.
The-
I knew it was an S.
The only thing that matters to me, I honest to God could care less about the main Fantastic Four. I never cared about, and I never will. I don't care about Reed. I don't care. Like none of them mattered to me. I was never a big Fantastic Four fan, but I'm a huge Doom fan. If they screw up Doom, I'm gonna like burn bridges on that shit, man. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be so
Are
mad.
you gonna make a YouTube video that just rants about it for 3 hours?
Maybe 5. Like maybe
Go
the
5
longest
hours.
rant in the history of rants. Yeah.
Good.
Right.
That's, I want to see it.
Yeah.
I'm
I
on board.
love Doctor Doom. So this is I want that.
Yep.
We'll see.
We will see indeed.